Hello. Hi. How's it going? How you all doing today? Good? I'm glad you're all doing good. Or maybe you're doing bad. Well, if that's the case, I hope your day gets better. And today here at this little fireside chat here next to my obvious fireplace here, we got Angry Care Bears who
Hello.
I believe is sipping a classy beverage.
Well, not at the moment.
I am sipping a glass of tea like a distinguished person.
I forgot my soda in the next room.
That's a big oof. Can we get an F in the chat, guys? As
I
I'm
got.
drinking my classy drink of tea. Now, today here on this little fireside chat, we're going to be talking about all things pop culture related, meaning we can talk about anything we want. We are not restricted by anything. And Anzo is here. What up, Anzo?
Welcome to the stream.
This is going to be a very classy stream, I would think. It's going to be interesting. Now, basically, it's going to be where I will be asking Angry Care Bear some questions, and I'll also put in some input as well because this is a non-restricted stream. We can talk about anything we want. I think. I don't know. I don't know how the rules work here.
It depends on YouTube's rules that change every day, so
Yeah,
maybe there are some things we can't talk about.
That is true. So I figured I could get into the first question. Now, I figured we could do a little bit of a softball question here. And, the chat can also participate as well. Now, have you played the Spider-Man PS4 game?
I have, but not very much of it.
Well, I recommend you finish it because it's a great game. So for the PS5, they're going to be remastering this game.
Oh, I saw the yeah.
What are your thoughts on the new face model?
He looks like Tom Holland's twin brother. It's a little weird. I feel bad for John, I believe Bubnak is how you pronounce his last name. I feel bad for him because, like, I follow him on Instagram and I see that he's, like, really hyped that he's the face of Peter Parker and all that. And to see that get taken away from him like that and just given to some guy for, like, very mundane reasons, in my opinion, dumb reasons, it's just is like, I feel bad because he just got stripped of something he was very proud of.
I agree with that. But I also don't like the face model for another reason. You see, the purpose of Spider-Man PS4 is that he's supposed to look older, not look like that he's 9 years old.
Yeah, he does look very young. He looks a lot younger than even 15-year-old Miles.
Yeah, that's a bad thing. And also that hairline though. Like it does not look that good. Now, I would like to see it changed. Now, if it's an experimental thing, let it happen just once, and otherwise, don't do it again, Insomniac. Because I have faith in you. I have faith in you. I don't have a lot of faith in a lot of gaming companies, but you, Insomniac. I have a lot of faith in you. Because I love you.
They did do a good job with the game. I'm just a little disappointed in changing the face models for no reason, really. I'm not mad about it, but it's just kind of like I feel bad for John, who was the original face.
Very understandable. Now, next question here, another Spider-Man related question. You've read the Spider-Man comic books.
Some of them. There is a lot.
Now, what would you say is the worst Spider-Man comic storyline of all time?
I'm not too sure, to be honest, because I haven't read enough of the comics to have, like, a definitive opinion. Also, like, the Spider-Man comics I do read is, like, I read one from one storyline and then from another or something like that, so I can't really give a say.
It's a very honest answer. I will answer this one happily. I think One More Day is the single worst Spider-Man storyline of all time, mainly because they retcon 20 years, and I repeat myself, 20 years of comic storylines. Why? Because fuck you, that's why.
So what did they do in that storyline exactly?
Okay, so, well, this was around the time in 2010s where Spider-Man had the worst comic book storylines of all time. First, he had The Other, where Spider-Man gets jobbed out to Moreland, and then, like, he then develops organic web shooters, and then Civil War happened, which was a great storyline, by the way. And then you had Back in Black, where Aunt May gets shot and then goes into a coma.
Oof.
And Peter does not kill Kingpin, which he should have, because it doesn't matter anyway. And then One More Day, they're trying to find a way to save Aunt May, and then Peter's like, you know what, I'm going to go to Mephisto, who's like the devil.
Oh, yeah. Okay, I know this one.
And Mary Jane's like, you know what, we'll give you our marriage.
Yeah, it's like to save Aunt May, a woman who's probably got like 5 years left to her life anyway. You're gonna be like, all right, I'm getting rid of my marriage, my children, and everything. It's like, really? I get that she's like your mom, but she's got like both her feet in the grave already, even if she wasn't shot. But okay.
You know what? That is fact.
It's just kind of like, I guess it's a cool concept if it was like, different characters, like if it was Mary Jane and he had to give up Aunt May or something.
Yeah, that would have made more sense. That they're like, nope, let's just resurrect Aunt May again.
Yeah, it's like, what purpose does she serve other than being his guardian? Like, once he's grown up, she really has no purpose to the story that much. Unless you want, like, an emotional impact for when she dies or something.
Well, it gives more drama to it, obviously.
Pretty dumb drama if he just gives up everything he's been working for some old lady about to die.
That is true. She's like 70, 80 years old in the comic.
Yeah, she's lived a good life. Come on.
Well, I mean, I don't know. I don't know about good. I mean,
she lived a long life.
I mean, she was poor, and Uncle Ben dies.
She lived a life.
And she died a couple times, and she went to the hospital a few times. I mean, she's kind of barely alive at this point. I mean, one wrong move, and then she just goes back into the grave. I mean, that's how it works, right?
Yeah. Like, he literally made a deal with the devil. It's like, that's not gonna end well. Newsflash, demons aren't very trustworthy.
Oh, but trust me, it gets way better. You want to know how it gets way better?
Let's get better.
Remember the storyline in the comics where Spider-Man had a clone?
Yeah.
And Mary Jane was pregnant and she lost the baby?
Mm-hmm.
Well, it turns out that baby was alive, and and because they erased their marriage, May gets erased from the timeline.
That's a bro moment. He really did everything for nothing.
Peter's an idiot. I hate him.
Yeah. He's the smartest, dumbest guy in comic book history.
And yet he has the single worst storylines of all time.
Yeah.
Do I even need to get into Sin's past?
Oh, God.
Where Gwen had an affair with Norman Osborn.
Oh, yeah, that one. That one just makes me very uncomfortable.
It makes me very angry.
Because she was dating his son. Like, what? She dated his son before all that. It's like, he's pretty old. That's a big no for me.
Basically, Gwen was like a player.
She really was, man. She was going all around.
Pretty upset.
All the bases.
Absolutely disgusting.
I didn't like that one because like Gwen's like one of my favorite characters, and I really like the Spider-Gwen comics, so she's like one of my favorite characters. And like hearing that storyline was just like, oh no.
What's up, BFF in the chat? But yeah, that storyline was bad. God. Yeah. If there's one storyline that would make me really hate somebody, it would be Sin's past.
Yeah.
Also, I don't like. God, there's so many of them, but we'll leave that for a later topic here. But now I want to get into this next piece of news of Spider-Man because we're both Spider-Man fans. Now, you
Yes,
don't
sir.
you do not like the Amazing Spider-Man 2 at all, from what I was told.
I don't. It's one of those movies that's like if I have to watch it, I guess, but I wouldn't recommend it.
Now, what were your thoughts on Electro in the film?
It was well, first of all, the look of him was like very cheap looking. I didn't like it. I did not like the whole blue get up. He looked very weird. I didn't like it. And like his electronic voice, it just sounded like he swallowed autotune. I didn't like it at all. Like if you could find a way to make it sound cool, that would be cool. But I don't know. It was very look how edgy we're becoming. Look at him. He looks so cool, doesn't he?
Now, can I defend the look for a second? Now,
Oh yeah, I can understand why people would like it. I just personally don't. I just think he personally looks dumb.
Now, the reason why I defend this look is because it kind of reminds me of the Ultimate Spider-Man look,
Yeah,
where it's all blue.
they might have gotten that. That's probably why he's all blue in that. It just doesn't
Probably.
make sense to me. It's like he falls into like a vat of eels. How does that change his skin to blue?
You know what? That's a good question. Maybe he was drinking some Gatorade when it happened.
Yeah, he was drinking a lot of Gatorade because that really did not make sense to me. And then it fixed his teeth. That part was very cringy.
Damn. It's like
It just fixed his teeth, man. Like what? Who thought of that?
it's like he couldn't afford to go to a dentist, and then next thing you know, he goes into a vat of eels and look, my teeth's fixed.
Yeah, and anytime I have like crooked teeth, I'm just gonna jump into a vat of electric eels and then just get electrocuted. You know, I might turn blue for some reason, but at least my teeth will be fixed.
Yeah, I mean it always works, you know?
Oh yeah, always.
It always works. I do it every weekend. But so I'm afraid I'm gonna have to give you some bad news though, cause Electro's coming back.
Oh yeah, I heard, and I even saw that Jamie Foxx posted on his Instagram before deleting it, or I think he did. I don't know if it was a rumor or a lie or whatever, but I heard that he posted like all three Spider-Man, like a fan made poster, and then like he was kind of talking about it, but then deleted it real quick. But so it's like if you posted something with Tom, Andrew, and Toby on it, now that would be pretty cool. I'm not a big fan of Andrew Garfield's Spider-Man, but to see him come back, I would be excited for. Especially Toby, because he's my favorite.
You know, I will agree that I would be excited for it. However, I have doubts that it's going to happen.
Yeah, me too. A part of me is definitely doubting it and thinking it's probably just rumors and fan excitement, but it would be cool to see.
Yeah, it would be really cool to see. It's one of those things where it's like 2020 has basically been an unexpected year.
Oh, it's been a roller coaster and then some.
And obviously anything can happen.
Oh yeah, definitely.
I mean, we've seen a lot of unexpected things happen before. So I mean, this would be probably the most it could happen,
Yeah.
but very, very unlikely though.
I think it's just more of what fans want to see and they're like having really high hopes for it, but it just seems like with stuff like this, anytime we think something's going to happen, like the complete opposite is going to happen. Because like they said Jamie Foxx was going to come back as Electro, but they said it won't be blue Electro, meaning it's not the one from Amazing Spider-Man 2.
Yeah, so I wonder how they're gonna basically design him. Is he gonna wear like the green costume in the comics, where like he has the big, huge electrical mask on?
I saw a fan-made edit where it was kind of based off the original one. It had the same color scheme and stuff, but they updated it to like, you know, like MCU type costumes. And I thought it was really well done. And if I find it, I'll definitely send it to you, but I gotta find it first. But it looked really cool. So if his costume looks anything like that fan edit, I would be excited to see.
I'm excited to look at it. Now, before we continue, I just want to say that I reached 69 subscribers.
Yay!
69.
Nice,
Haha.
nice.
Nice.
69, dudes.
69, of course. The magical number. Also, I just want to let everybody know in chat, you guys can also talk in the chat. Guys, yeah,
We'd
guys,
also
come on.
like to hear your opinions on all of this.
Yeah, because we're just a bunch of idiots who just like Spider-Man, you know?
Who doesn't?
And I would just like to say here that I would be excited if Tobey came back because, you know, Spider-Man 2, best Spider-Man movie of all time.
My big fear though is that if he would die, because Tobey Maguire is like in his mid-40s, so he wouldn't be Spider-Man forever. So like I think that would be my biggest fear if he just like died in the movie for character development for everyone else. I think that would be my fear. Like he would be the Uncle Ben to one of the other Spider-Men.
Now, I have a theory here. What if they make a Spider-Man Beyond movie where Tobey Maguire is old Peter Parker and Miles Morales becomes the new Spider-Man?
That would be cool.
I know I'm ripping off Batman Beyond, but you know what? It would work.
That would be cool.
I promise it would work. Please, Sony, please.
Alright, but I'm kind of mad at Sony though. Their new update I heard that listens into your PlayStation parties. Not cool, guys. Kind of illegal, bud. Did you get that update? Because I did. They forced me to get it.
Yeah, I got the update too. I feel like they're spying on us for a reason.
Like, I don't know if this was like some edit or something else, but I saw like this meme where it's like, he's like, I didn't even last like 30 minutes in the party. Like, I don't think that part was real, but like he was showing his screen. It said that his account was temporarily suspended. It's like, that's pretty Orwellian. Imagine just talking to your friends, you say the wrong thing, and then boom, your account is suspended. Like, hey bud, who's listening?
My God, you want to know why they did that?
Why?
Because of people like Jerry.
Yeah.
and Alex. Yeah, they're the reasons why that people they have to listen on our parties because or else a bunch of trouble will ensue.
Yeah.
It's not pretty over there at PlayStation Land. But man. But you know what though, speaking of games, the only real game I'm excited for is coming out next year.
Oh, what game is it?
Gotham Knights.
Ooh, I'm excited for. I want to get Cyberpunk 2077.
Ooh, yes, Cyberpunk.
It comes out next month.
Next month? Oh,
yeah, November 18th or 19th. It depends on what website you go to.
Yes. Oh man, I'm excited.
I thought was really cool is that when it was supposed to come out like last year or 2 years ago or something, they pushed it off because they remastered the entire game. I saw a side-by-side comparison and it looks amazing in comparison. They really want this game to be perfect.
And you know what? That's what
I can respect that. I can respect that.
Those are developers that I respect instead of
they
people...
care about their project. They rather have a good product over money, and that's what I can respect. Even if the game comes out and it's not that good, I will not once rant about the game just because of the effort they put into it and how much they wanted it to look good and be good for the fans.
Yeah, even if it's not spectacular, it's all, you know, I'll give them
still respect it.
Now, as far as the guys who made Marvel's Avengers, on the other hand,
I saw a little bit of gameplay of that, and it looks pretty boring. I heard that a lot of the characters basically have the same attacks. You're just using a different weapon.
Yeah, I heard the game is boring anyway because like you're doing the exact same thing for like the entire game.
People wanted to play as like the Avengers, and they kept getting stuck with Miss Marvel.
Yes.
They weren't enjoying her too much. Like I don't read the comics, so I don't know what she's like. But I heard some people their complaint was that she was just like another annoying little girl protagonist that nobody cares about.
Yeah, she's kind of like that. I have not played Marvel's Avengers, by the way, so
I
I
haven't
can't
either. I just watched people play it and talk about it a little bit, so that's all I've been hearing.
because I'm
Because
not
it
paying
just,
$60 for it.
yeah, like it looks cool, and I respect that they listened to the fans about Black Widow's face, and they did update that because she really did not look that great to start. So I did have the respect on that, but I'm still not gonna buy it.
I'll get it when Spider-Man drops on PS4.
Yeah.
But speaking of Spider-Man Miles Morales comes out on
Oh, I've
November
been
12th.
seeing that. Yeah.
Looks good.
Right, really, November 12th. It felt like it was just announced like yesterday.
I know, dude. When it got revealed at that PlayStation 5 reveal, uh, I believe it was like a reveal like show, and
Yeah, like an E3 type thing.
when it came on first, I'm like, no, this can't be. And then they showed up, like, oh my god, it's real. And just like the gameplay I've seen, I actually want to apologize to Insomniac because I haven't been exactly talking bad about them, but I haven't really been giving a whole lot of praise towards the game because I felt like it's going to be like an Uncharted Lost Legacy where it's going to be a smaller game, but the game looks so cool and fun, and like Spider Cat, I mean, come on. Looks so good. So Insomniac, you're going to get my money, I promise. But speaking of video games, what did you think about Microsoft buying Bethesda?
I thought it was very interesting. I'm not really sure how to feel. I hope that it's not exclusives just because, well, I'm pretty sure they're not going to be just exclusives. I mean, like Microsoft owns Minecraft, and that's not an exclusive. Same thing with some of the Dead Rising games. But Fallout and The Evil Within, another one of my favorite horror games, and like Elder Scrolls, those are such big games that I don't think they're going to be exclusives like everyone's fearing. I just think Microsoft's going to make more money from them. But I feel like hopefully if Microsoft gets it and it's the right side of the company making the games, it's not going to be pay to win crap. It's probably just going to get done. Because I really want The Evil Within 3. But it definitely came as a shock because I was not expecting that.
No, I wasn't expecting it either. And I'm like, you know what? If Xbox gets exclusives from Bethesda, you know what I would have said?
What?
Good riddance.
Like, I gotta say, a lot of the hate Bethesda gets, I personally I can't say anything about, like, like Elder Scrolls because I don't play it, or some of the other games. Like, I don't play Doom or anything. But I don't, like, people got mad about Fallout 76. Once that game came out, it just seemed like Bethesda was on everybody's list. Like, I don't know. I feel like it was just one game, not very great. It is what it is. But I feel like if Bethesda makes a game, it just seems like they automatically hate it. I don't know where that came from.
EJ comes in. What up? What's up, EJ? But I do agree with you on that. But at the same time, it's one of those things where the game was so. I understand that. I guess multiplayer was
but it was just one game. It's a multiplayer game. You can't expect it to be great. If it's an online only game, it's probably not going to be very good. So I don't get why people were expecting it to be like a god game, and then it comes out and then they act disappointed. Like, nobody was expecting it to be a good game, and still they act like it was going to be. But it really is just an online game. I played it. I found it pretty boring unless like I'm playing with like my cousin or whatever. But I played it and it's just like it's there, It's hit or miss depending on your play style, in my opinion at least, but just one game that was bad that came out, and then suddenly Bethesda became hated. People started hating Fallout 4 and Fallout 3, and it's just like, whoa, I don't know where all this came from.
Well, I think a lot of it also comes down to the fact that a bunch of because like it took a lot of their development studios to make it, and yet the games ended up being the way it was kind of like, really?
It was starting off, I believe it was like the main headquarters of Bethesda or whatever, but then they like dumped it on Bethesda Virginia, which is very new and a very small company, so that's why it was not great, is because they're new at this and it's a small company and they had like crunch time and stuff like that. That I wasn't too thrilled to hear, but I'm not gonna really hate a company over one bad game.
That is true. EJ says, so excited for tomorrow. Oh, what's tomorrow, EJ? But yeah, I agree with that. But at the same time, it's like, Sony already has enough like gaming companies that make good exclusives anyway.
Yeah.
So, and I'm like, you know what? Microsoft's dying anyway. So, one company's just, we're gonna take everything anyway at the end of this. So
Yeah, but like I said, I still don't think it's going to be exclusives. I may be wrong, but like I said, it's not the only Microsoft-owned game that's an exclusive, really.
that is true. Now,
let's see what the future brings. Who knows? It's still crazy. I'm not going to say. I never thought I would ever say Bethesda got bought by Microsoft. Never thought I'd ever read that, say that.
Now, I want to ask you this. Now, PS5 or Xbox Series X?
To be honest, they're both pretty pointless right now. I think the Xbox One and PlayStation 4 are still doing good. We barely have any new and exciting games. Like, there's a lot of new games, but none that really fills the library like the PS2 did or the Xbox 360 did. So it just seems like the new consoles coming out is just more of like a cash grab right now. Like, people are, yes, there are the people who are excited for it, but to be honest, to anyone else, it's just like, oh wow, the new consoles are out already. Like, it just seems like a waste of money right now. At least, if there's in the future where they really, really push the limits and it gets bigger and better, but right now, I don't think we are. I think the Xbox One and PlayStation 4 are still just as good.
Because if like you get a PlayStation 4 Pro, it's basically
just basically that. Like, it looks the same. There's nothing new. When the Xbox One and PlayStation 4 came out from the 360 and the PS3, my when Dead Rising 3 came out for like the Xbox and stuff like that, like everything looked so grand. There was new things you can do. There was like a lot of mechanics. Like, I know in Dead Rising 3 there was, back in 2013, it was very groundbreaking to see your reflection in a window with also a bunch of stuff going on behind the window. Like, right now, that just sounds like any game, but like in 2013, that was big. And that's like, yeah, this is next gen. But we can all do that right now. What's going to be bigger and better from what we have right now?
You know what? That is a good question. And I think I might have an answer for it, is that the PS5 are going to have those controllers. Yeah. Those,
oh, wow, controllers.
Yeah, those DualSense controllers. Because
it seems like most things that they're talking about on the new consoles is like, wow, I'm pretty sure the consoles now can do that. There isn't nothing bigger and better. It just looks the same on a new expensive console. It's not like a switch off like from the PlayStation 2 to the PlayStation 3. Oh, wow, look at those graphics and the way I can control the character. To the new console, like, wow, look at all this detail and even better gameplay. It's just, wow, it's the same.
I do agree with that, because they do kind of, I mean, the thing is, it's like, I'm still going to get the PS5 because, I want to get Gotham Knights for it.
Understandable. I get that.
Also, I want to get God of War Ragnarok when it comes out, because it's going to be fucking lit.
I want to get the new Evil Dead game coming out next year that Bruce Campbell said is in the works right now. It said Xbox Series X and PlayStation 4, or not PlayStation 5 and the PC, and I didn't see Xbox One or PlayStation 4, so might have to get a new console to play that, but I hope there is a version on the older consoles, because I really want to play it. It sounds awesome.
And you know what's funny? I can get the new Spider-Man game for PS4, but I want to wait till it comes out on PS5.
Yeah, with all the remastered.
EJ comes in. I'm gonna have a second live stream tomorrow. I am stoked for it. Very nice.
Nice.
Evil Dead game. Oh hell yes.
Yeah, it comes out 2021, or at least that's what it says right now. Who knows? I hope it comes out next year. I don't want to wait any longer.
Yeah, if it comes out later than next year.
Like,
well, actually, I don't know if I'm gonna buy it because I'm not a big horror fan.
I just got into Evil Dead and I just like fell in love with the series.
Well,
Good.
I'm a horror fan, but I'm not a horror game fan.
I get that. I love horror games because, well, they always have the best music and story to me, and I like being scared, even if it doesn't successfully scare me at all. As long as there's a good story with it, I can forgive it.
EJ Chans, I love this horror franchise so much, especially with the remake from 2013.
I haven't seen the remakes yet, but I've seen the original 3 movies and the TV show. And the TV show's really funny.
Interesting. Very interesting. Now, you know what? Let's get into some Star Wars.
Oh, yes.
This is going to be a interesting talk because Star Wars, it's not very fun to be in the Star Wars fandom ever because of how toxic it is.
Oh, most definitely. I entered it, and I've always been a fan of Star Wars since I was a kid, but I didn't enter anything online fandom type stuff till 2016. And yes, I made some best friends of mine. You know, some of them I still talk to. And I had great times talking about it. But then there's also that other side of people. It's cool. What makes you act like that? Why are you the way that you are?
Because they're a bunch of 5-year-olds.
I'm not a big fan of the sequel trilogy other than a select few characters. I liked Kylo Ren. I really did. But I just, as a whole, the sequel trilogy wasn't that great. But I'm not going to attack someone for liking them. But if somebody were ever to get in a debate with me, willingly, I'm not going to force it upon them. But yeah, I'll share my opinions on why I didn't like it or why it didn't work.
I respect that.
Yeah.
Because I'm with you. I'm not the biggest sequel trilogy fan either because as a trilogy, it doesn't fit.
No. But I like some of the characters. I liked Poe, I liked Finn, I really liked Kylo Ren, but I really did not like Rey. I did not like even the old characters, bringing them back. They weren't themselves. Han, yeah, but then they killed him off pretty quickly. And then Luke, oh my god, I didn't think I'd ever say I hated Luke Skywalker in a film.
Now, I'm going to plug something Star Wars real quick, and then we'll get back to this. I have a Star Wars Last Jedi rewrite video on my channel, everybody. Please go check that out. So, basically, you know how AngryCareBears said she didn't like Luke Skywalker in the film? Well, I made him a lot better.
Awesome.
Well, he's still kind of a hermit, but he has a better reasoning, and he's a better character.
I see Luke maybe hiding out with a certain reasoning, but as long as you put in he tried, but he failed, so he feels like he's taking responsibility. That's different from just he ran away, in the sequels. I think they said that he did something messed up or whatever, but then when you watch The Last Jedi, it's oh, no, he was just a bad guy.
EJ said this. I'll say this. Force Awakens was great. Love The Last Jedi, but I absolutely loathe Rise of Skywalker.
I get that. I get that a lot.
Episode 9 is the worst Star Wars movie I had ever seen.
Yeah. I saw Rise of Skywalker. My cousin, not even a Star Wars fan. He'll know the basics and all that, but he's not really a Star Wars fan. He couldn't really tell you the difference between this and this. He just knows that's Luke, that's Leia, blah, 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 blah. He walked out of that film so mad. When she said, I'm Rey Skywalker, he walked out saying, fuck you, fuck this is terrible, this is the worst movie I have ever seen, period.
You know what? And I've always said this, I did not pay to go see The Rise of Skywalker.
We didn't either. We had a season pass, we saw it for free.
And it basically felt like I got my money's worth, which was nothing.
Mike kept saying, my cousin, he kept saying, I didn't pay for that movie, but still I feel like I've been ripped off and I want my money back.
Facts. But I will say this about the sequel trilogy, though. I really liked Force Awakens. Well, I guess I could just talk about Disney in general. I really liked Force Awakens. Like, I know the criticisms of, well, it's basically A New Hope. Like, yeah, I get that. But it
It's
was
still enjoyable, but it leads up to nothing because, well, I wasn't a big fan of The Last Jedi. I liked some parts of it. Some parts were just, like, pointless to me. And then The Rise of Skywalker as its awful conclusion. So it's just like, when you have one good movie out of a trilogy, it's not that great in comparison.
that is true. But I will say, Rogue One is the best Disney Star Wars movie.
I liked Rogue One, and there's a lot of people saying that they didn't like it, and I don't know why. They never really gave me a definitive reason, but I really liked Rogue One. That's the thing. It's a spin-off story. It's a Star Wars story, not the Star Wars story. And still people took it like it was supposed to be like a part of a trilogy or something like that. I'm like, no, it's just a spin-off. Some people are like, it only worked good as a comic book. It was pretty boring. I still thought it was good for what it was.
Also, that Vader scene at the end.
That was awesome. That was so brutal, and it just like really showed you how brutal Darth Vader was and how he wouldn't stop at anything to get what he wanted.
And this is why I just want a Star Wars film where for like an hour and a half, Darth Vader just like kills a bunch of people for like an hour and a half. If that ever happens, I would have been like, you know what, this is the greatest movie I've ever seen.
Yeah.
But I will actually say this. I think Solo might be the worst Star Wars movie for me.
I didn't hate it. I just found it kind of it was okay. It was good, but it wasn't like Star Wars good. It was just good on its own. I don't hate it. I don't hate its existence. But if it didn't exist, I wouldn't feel any different.
Yeah, and that's the problem. Is like, you know, the reason why I say it's the worst one is because it was not needed.
It just the guy they picked to play Han did not look like Han at all. It's like, why didn't they pick? There was this one guy who does like fan movies, and he's just so good as Han and Obi-Wan. Jamie Costa, he makes the best Star Wars fan films. He would have been a great Han Solo, and like I made this thing on Instagram, like we gotta get him as Han Solo, and like I had a bunch of people like yes, but unfortunately, you know, petitions only go so far. But like him or this other kid, I forgot what his name was, but I saw him in a movie that even Harrison Ford was like, wow, he really does look like me. And then they choose some blue-eyed guy who looks nothing like him. Doesn't sound like him, act like him, look like him. He's not a bad actor. He's just not Harrison Ford.
At least the guy that played Lando was good.
Yeah, was that Donald Glover?
I think it was Donald Glover, if I'm not mistaken.
But yeah, he did a great job as Lando. I really liked him as Lando.
EJ says about episode 9, Rey being a Palpatine doesn't make any sense. MacGuffins after MacGuffins, plot conveniences at every turn. They totally ruined Palpatine. Knights of Ren were wasted, and the final battle makes no sense.
Agreed. Like, it just seemed like everything was going along, like it was just stitched together randomly, like, oh, we're trying to make this work, so we're gonna have this do this, and then boom, they get by. It doesn't feel like natural is what I'm trying to say. It just feels like we're go to point A to point B, and then go back to point A to go back to point B at a different thing. They start up something else new that they gotta do. It just doesn't feel natural, and it just doesn't always feel like I'm watching the same movie at some parts.
Yeah, and I will say, though, it's like, I think the movie needed, like, at least another hour or, like, an hour and a half to, like, really, like, because I feel like the problem is with the movies, it's like, the pacing is really off.
Yeah, like, it just feels like a bunch of scripts or ideas. A lot of them just felt more like ideas than they did like story. So, like, they could have been good plot devices, but it just feels like an idea. And then, you know, it just feels like all those ideas like Frankenstein together to make a script. And it just seemed like when they run themselves into a wall, like he said, it's just a plot convenience to get them by. And Palpatine I don't know, like, he just wasn't intimidating. And then the Knights of Ren, which was built up for something awesome in the first movie, they did nothing with ever.
I agree with that. EJ says Palpatine coming back undermines Anakin's sacrifice in Return of the Jedi.
Yeah, exactly. Because it just seemed like, oh wow, sure, he saved Luke and died for it, but at what cost? If he's just back again. If they made him into a clone, that would have worked because he still killed Palpatine. He just came back in a different body, but they just brought him back. Like he's not a clone. That's just Palpatine. But that's what they did in the comics. Is he came back as a clone? He's like, yeah, he's dead, but he just took over a different body. But that
was that explained in the film, or was it? Because I know he created Snoke, so that's what I was like. That's what I thought was that he was a clone.
Think they might have explained. I don't think they explained it. There was so much going on that I don't remember everything. I don't think he was a clone. I think that's what some people were saying, but they never said it in the movie. So it's just kind of like, well, if it wasn't established in the movie and it was established by the director afterwards, then I can't consider it canon because you didn't put it in the movie.
Yeah, like, because I think they might have explained it also in the book, but that's also like a reason why.
But not everyone reads the book. You watch the movie. Not everyone is going to read the book, and like if they hinted at something and then it was confirmed by the director, that's different. But they didn't go to that territory at all.
Yeah, like, and if you have to explain it in a book, your movie did not do a good job of explaining stuff.
Yeah, it's like if they hinted that he was a clone in some way, where he's like, I was killed, but now like I came back, or something like that to the effect, or something hinting at it, and then people are questioning it, and then the director confirms that, yup, he's a clone. That's way different, but they didn't say anything. He's just back. He's just there. Don't question it.
Agreed. EJ says Rogue One was phenomenal in my opinion, and that Darth Vader scene, that is what I've always wanted him to be in a Star Wars movie. Terrifying, indestructible force of nature. Honestly,
that scene, I love the whole movie, but that scene's the best.
And you know what? My favorite part of Jedi Fallen Order was the end. Do you mind if I spoil this?
Oh yeah, go ahead.
So at the end, you have Cal, and like Vader shows up, and like, oh my god, he is like bad ass. Take everything you saw in Rogue One and let's times that by 20. This man just yeeted someone. He just like went yeet. Like the man just showed up and was like, "No, I don't give a fuck. I'm just gonna kill everybody." He just says, back to episode 9. I almost walked out once Rey and Ben kissed. Why in the bloody hell were they thinking? Oh, to pander to the Reylo fans. Oh, fuck off. Absolutely pathetic and idiotic.
If they ever wanted to do a relationship between them, you gotta build it up. It just seemed like it came out of nowhere, in my opinion. Like, I like to write. I write. So, like, when I have characters and I want a goal, if I want them to be together, you have to establish a friendship and then all of this. And then all of a sudden, this movie, they just kissed. Came out of nowhere. You can say that, oh, well, the way they looked at each other in the last movie. I'm like, yeah, but looking at each other isn't always chemistry. They can hint that something's going to happen, but it just seems like they went to hints to boom, they're together.
That is true.
I don't mind if they got together, personally, but it came out of nowhere, really. They just hinted at it, and then all of a sudden they're like, oh, we need a climax, have them kiss. They didn't have that much of a relationship. It was just them fighting. They look at each other longingly and lovingly. They fight, they do that again, and then they kiss. And it's like, okay, that was a roller coaster.
It was indeed a roller coaster. But it's like one of those roller coasters. You know, like Huffman's Playland with those like with that roller coaster?
Yeah.
That's what it kind of felt like.
It was just like, oh, we're getting some. No, we're not getting anywhere.
EJ says Palpatine is a clone in the Rise of Skywalker novel. Why this wasn't explained in the movie, it boggles my mind.
Yes. So yeah, you were right. It was explained in the novel. But like I said, not everyone reads the novel because, well, why do you if you saw the movie? Sometimes movie novels, they can work. Not always. Maybe they'll change a few things here and there that makes you question, maybe this could be used later on. But when it's like a movie novel for a movie that's not getting a sequel because it's the last one, and then you explain important things in the book but not in the movie, it really ruins it. Because, like I said, not everyone's going to read the book if they watch the movies, so they're only going to know what the movie's doing while the book explains something, but not everyone's going to know.
That is true. And EJ says, I'll also say this. As much as I love Kathleen Kennedy, she is not fit to be the president of Lucasfilm. They need to find someone else to replace her.
Yeah, she's just not doing Star Wars justice. It just seems like a lot of the things that she's helping putting out, it's just none of it's good. Like some of the TV shows, though I haven't watched them, I hear a lot of complaints from them that they're not very good, or they seem to be ruining the characters. So like if that's what's going on, I don't know. Let's find someone new.
Now, I want to ask you, have you seen The Mandalorian?
Oh, yes, I have. I do like The Mandalorian a lot.
Oh, it's so good. Can't wait for
really
season
is.
2 to drop on the 30th.
Yes. 30th of October?
Yep.
Awesome. My mom and I watch the show all the time. It's so good.
Oh, it's really good.
It's basically if you take a Western and then you put it into Star Wars. I love it. Like Western Star Wars, that's an amazing combination.
It is a really good combination. And it works. And the action is great. I love the visuals. It's like all of it works.
Yeah, and the music's good too.
Oh, it really is.
I have a weak spot with stories is when you make this awesome badass guy who he's so he doesn't care about anyone. He's just, oh, I got to take care of myself. You give him a child to look after, and he looks after that child like it's his world. I just fall in love with the story. It's just one of those pleasures I get, like I watch in movies. It's one of those guilty pleasures, and it's just like, I gotta love it. It's like you see this awesome character, and then you're giving him a child, and they gotta look after it. It's just, it hits differently.
That is true. And he is very Batman-like too, Mando.
Yeah, especially when it, like, I don't know, like, he just got that dark, looming presence, kind of like Batman. He's not really there to be a good guy or a bad guy, but if you go near his kid or his friends, he will kill you. And I'm like, that's a cool character. I like characters like that.
Now, I don't remember what episode this was, but it was like the episode where they were on the ship.
Mm-hmm.
And like Mando was kicking at, like he was using like stealth tactics. I don't remember what episode this was, but it reminded me of Batman so much.
Yeah, I love that part.
Oh, it's so good. Just the entire, like, even in its weak episodes, it's still good.
Yeah. I like how each episode was directed by someone else, but it still managed to work. Like, it's kind of funny that the Star Wars trilogy, 3 movies, had 2 different directors, and they are all over the place. They don't work. But then The Mandalorian, where they have a new director each episode, it works like you wouldn't even know it.
Yeah. And it's so good. But speaking of Batman here, I want to get in this tangent for a minute. If anybody is planning to buy Death in the Family on digital, first of all, don't do that. It's bad. It's $15 for 20 minutes of what you paid for, and then the rest of it is a bunch of shorts that don't matter. Now, the other choices were supposed to be on the bonus features, but guess what?
Oh, I didn't go.
The edition that I got doesn't come with bonus features.
Oh.
So now I gotta buy it again on physical disc. And I don't want to do that.
I get that. I get that a lot.
So shame on you, WB. Shame on you. EJ says the only way Reylo could have worked is if Rey actually did join Kylo Ren in The Last Jedi and then have Rey turn to the dark side, which will also lead to Finn and the Resistance trying to save her.
Yeah, like more chemistry to the characters, not just them looking at each other and then going, oh, make lovey-dovey eyes. That shows chemistry. To a point. It's supposed to be like a relationship is like a cake. It has layers. In the frosting, is the way they look at each other and act around each other. That shouldn't be the structure.
Well, you could also say ogres because ogres have layers.
I mean, yeah, onions. Onions have layers.
Yeah.
But there's no toppings for onions that I know of.
Well, I mean, I guess you could say onions are a topping.
I guess. Well, they themselves are the topping.
Mandalorian is going to kick so much ass. I can't wait for season 2. Congrats to the show getting nominated for an Oscar.
Oh, thank God. Did it win? Because I don't really watch the Oscars. And this whole Corona thing was crazy. So I don't know if they even happened this year, did they?
I don't know. And honestly, I don't watch the Oscars either because it's a bunch of communism.
It's all rigged. Like, some people who win genuinely do deserve it. Like Joaquin Phoenix and the woman who did the music in Joker. I don't know how to pronounce her name. But she is an amazing composer, and she deserved that Oscar 110%. So, like, there's few people who get it, who deserve it, and then others are like, wow, who are you? What is that movie? Never heard of it. Or it's movies that are really bad.
EJ's like, oh shit, he is like Batman. I didn't even think of that.
I kind of didn't either until you said that, honestly, but yeah.
Yeah, EJ, I can send you a link. Come on real quick, because I don't know how long AngryCareBears has, because I'm going to end it when AngryCareBears has to leave.
Yeah.
So, like, what time do you have to get off?
Just basically before 4, so I'm good for the next half hour.
All right, so we'll go for like another half hour, everybody. So this is
cool.
And this is more of a stream where it's just like a relaxing type stream. You know, we're having some civil conversation.
Just friends talking, you know?
Yeah, 2 lifelong best friends talking.
Just an online conversation of just anything and everything.
As long as it's not politics or religion.
Yeah. I am so sick of politics, it's not even funny.
Nope, no political talk.
Yep, that's why I'm saying I'm staying out of it. I'm so sick of it.
Now, unless Jonathan came on here, then we would have had to talk politics.
Yeah, I don't mind it to an extent, but everywhere I go, I see politics, and I'm just like, no thanks.
Yeah, and you know, Jonathan is like so good at like
he knows what he's talking about.
Yeah, if he does not run for president, I'm gonna be upset.
I would vote for him.
The only election that I'm voting in is the office election, which is actually happening on YouTube, everybody, where there's going to be a bunch of political parties for the office, and I'm obviously voting for Dwight Schrute with Mose as his running mate, which I'm like, you know what, I'm going to vote for them. Very, very competent. Oh my god, I'm dying. Not from that, guys. I think I swallowed something wrong yesterday. That's what she said.
Bruh.
Like, I was walking with like my mask, and then like I inhaled something.
Oh yeah.
And then I just started choking. I'm like, oh!
Goes down the wrong tube.
Yeah, I thought I was dying for a minute. But yeah, I was like, ah! And then I'm like, oh my god, I'm dying. And then like my throat started hurting, and I'm like, oh my god, am I gonna die tonight?
I think it's funny that like everywhere I go, I hear about, you know, the things going on, you know, the big boy thing. But even so, I hear it everywhere, but I still forget I'm in the middle of it. I don't know how to explain it. It's just like the past few months have felt the same.
What's
Nothing
up,
goes on. What's
True
good?
That.
Welcome.
And honestly, this year made me just stop watching the news. Now, I never watched the news to begin with, but my god, the news is trash.
I usually keep up with, like, you know, like, if a building exploded over in California or something, obviously I'll look up that and see what was going on. But for the most part, I don't really watch the news unless it's something very big going on. And even then, I'm just like, I'm so tired of it all. Let me just have fun and live my life. I don't want politics. I don't want all the sad stuff and negativity. Let me be positive for once. And that's coming from me, the most pessimistic person you'll meet.
You know, That is true.
You just need to shake some things up a bit. Make things change. Make it a little positive. Come on.
Yeah, well, we need some positivity for a change.
Yeah.
What up, Ninjoid? Now, I have some good news, ladies and
Hello.
gentlemen. My football team, the Cleveland Browns, have had their best year in like 12 years.
Nice. I'm not really big with sports, so I don't know what goes on with sports, so not my ballpark.
And we are now at 4, or I think we're at 4-1 right now.
Ooh, nice.
And by this point, we would be like it would be the other way around. It would be 1-4, or better yet, 0-5, because our team was trash. And the next thing you know, our team was good because somehow they got a new coach that managed to do what the other coach couldn't.
Nice. See, like, a lot of the times, like, even if you have, like, good players, if you don't have a good coach or a good leader, it's not going to go far.
And, man, we're better than... First of all, if your guys' football teams are having a worse year than the Browns, that's a bad thing. You definitely need to do something better. Oh, and yeah, they're playing Sunday too. Yes. We're gonna go 5-1, hopefully. It's gonna be great. Man. Also, the Lakers just won their NBA championship.
Nice.
Now, I do have to say this about the Lakers: the fact that they had to go to Game 6 to beat the Miami Heat. I mean, that I don't know if I should be the one to say this, but it's kind of sad. Especially when Miami had all those injuries and stuff, like they still had to go to Game 6. I honestly thought it was going to be a blowout, but I'll give more credit to the Heat because I didn't think they were going to get that far. Because you want to know why?
Why?
Because LeBron is the finals. Get it? Because it's like a little inside joke from the oh god, it was like from that YouTube channel where it's basically like the freaking RDC World, where they were doing like the LeBron skits and like one of the rants, he's like, "I'm LeBron, I am the finals."
Like I said, I have no idea about anything with sports, so yeah, speak your truth. I'm like absolutely lost with sports because I don't watch it, so it's just kind of like, yeah, whatever.
Yeah, it is kind of like me. Other than like the teams that I watch, I kind of just stick to just doing my stuff.
Yeah, I'm better with like video games and movies and shows.
That is true. I'm basically all that. And also, speaking of shows, what is your opinion on Netflix?
Well, they've always had very limited options on what was on their streaming sites. A lot of it's not very good. I guess, like Stranger Things, Santa Clarita Diet's good. I like that they have Ash vs. Evil Dead on there. But when I try to find a movie that I want to watch, they like always never have it. But, recently Netflix, not very good with that new movie there. Cuties. Yeah, what's up with that?
So apparently they got indicted by
Oh, I heard Ted Cruz basically said, "All right, we got to check them out."
Now, I'm going to do this before we continue on this. Hi, I'm Ted Cruz and I approve this message.
I'm just glad that he called Netflix out for that disgusting movie, and I'm glad that they're looking into it. It's like, but I feel like, yes, Netflix should be in trouble for putting it up and like condoning having that on. But I feel like the person who should go to prison the most would be the director for allowing this, and writing this, and doing all that. Like 11-year-old girls. Like, I get the message of the movie, but the thing is, you shouldn't use actual children to make your message about sexualizing children. Use an adult who is consenting this, legally can consent to this, to make your point. If you use actual children, you're literally doing the thing. You're doing the very thing you swore to destroy.
Now, I'm just going to say this. If anybody has a membership for Netflix, just cancel it.
I haven't had one in like a few years, and I'm glad. I'm glad I don't. I'm just going to buy Stranger Things on DVD, and then that be it.
Yeah,
They canceled Santa Clarita Diet, one of the best shows that they were making, one of the funniest shows. And they really canceled that, and a bunch of other shows I haven't watched. They're not my cup of tea, but I hear that they're good from people, and they even got canceled. Like, I think The Society, some people say it's not good, some people say it don't. Either way, they cancel it, and then they put up Cuties, which is like, you're going to cancel these well-doing shows for your pedophile white tree, basically. It's like, okay, Netflix.
We got Poe up here. We got Poe here. What up, Poe?
Welcome.
Mike comes in. Y'all creating some bro moments.
Yep, Mike, we are. That's the cousin who got mad at Rise of Skywalker.
Yeah, Mike in the house. Yeah, just don't put any money into Netflix, everybody.
Good.
Just don't.
Good.
Because if you do, then you're basically supporting what Netflix is doing, which is criminal. Because they're criminals that work there.
Yeah.
Jexy's on Netflix. Jexy's on Netflix. I need to watch that. Just don't watch it on Netflix.
Yeah, I'm now condoning pirating off of Netflix. They had one new movie that I actually genuinely liked, and I'm trying to like download it or something, but then they did this weird thing where it's like so many like megabytes, I can't put it on a hard drive, which is kind of like oof. The Devil All the Time, actually pretty good movie, not gonna lie. I do recommend that.
Now, is that the one with Tom Holland? And
yeah, Tom Holland, Robert Pattinson, Bill Skarsgård. Pretty good, gotta say.
What's Netflix doing? So basically, Netflix released a movie called Cuties. Don't watch it.
You watch it, you're gonna feel like you belong in prison. I haven't watched it, but my friend did to see, you know, what all the fuss was about, and he said he was so disgusted and he regretted it. Another one of my friends said, "Oh my God, my eyes! I need bleach."
Mike's like, I'm about to stream snipe AngryCareBears.
Do it. You won't.
Oh no! Please don't. Please, Mike, don't do this. And I would just like to state everybody that so all right, so me and my friend Jerry, AngryCareBears knows who Jerry is. Jerry,
funny, very funny.
Jerry for the wind. And so I'm friends with them on Discord, and like we were in the Discord server that I'm in with Jerry, and it was an interesting conversation, I'll say the least. It's very interesting in there, that group chat. It consists of Jonathan, me, Jerry, a few other people. Those few
Sounds
other people.
interesting.
Oh, just the name of it is interesting.
Oh God, I can already imagine some of the things that those kids can come up with.
Here, I'm typing the name in the private chat.
Okay. Oh, I mean, yeah, that's pretty good.
I mean, it sounds about right, knowing
yeah. Welcome, comrade.
Oh man, it's great over there. It's always fun just talking to Jerry and every one of them.
Oh yeah, he's one of those kids that like can literally say anything and you'd still laugh just on the way he says it.
And basically, we were having like these like conversations, and it's like it's just like he was talking about his time in Colombia, and then we started reminiscing about our boy Shane Wilhelm. Oh wait, no, I can't even say his name.
Oh no.
Yeah. Oops. No one really knows who he is.
Not Shane Wilhelm. Not different person. Yeah, totally.
Yeah, his name's spelled differently than what I said. But
Shane William.
Yeah, there we go. Shane.
William.
Yeah, so it's a different Shane.
Yeah.
There, we saved it. But yeah, it was a fun time. Dude, I was laughing my ass off because that situation was so fucking stupid. I'm like,
yeah.
I was just laughing. Like me and Jerry, like it's like bullshit just happens. Like if Jerry's like here, like there would be some bullshit.
Yeah.
Well, actually, no. Jerry's usually well behaved on streams whenever I have him on.
But he's still pretty funny. There's always like I remember being in like the PlayStation parties before they were tapped by Big Brother. I was in there with Jerry and you know some other people. I know Evan was in there, and just the things Jerry would say is just so funny, and it's just some of those things are like, "Hey, bro, we didn't want to hear that, but we'd still laugh just because it's like, well, let me explain."
Like, because he was telling me a story about when he was playing Rainbow Six Siege with like one of his friends. Like, I think they're like playing ranked or whatever, and like Jerry had to carry. So Jerry had to carry his team or whatever. Then so Jerry had to. So Jerry got pissed at him because like he got like 10 kills and like the guy, his friend, had like 1 kill, and then. And then like he went off on him like on a rant. I'm like, he told me what he said in the rant. I'm like dying laughing because because of course Jerry would do that shit because it's Jerry. Oh, but yeah. EJ, what's going on, my friend?
What's up, Austin?
What up, everyone? This guy, I just answered my own question. See, I'm just one of those people, you know. I try to be funny. I'm not funny, guys. I swear to you, I'm not funny. Stop laughing. Stop laughing. I'm not really funny. Thank you, though. But don't. I'm not funny, guys. I'm not. I promise. But man, this was fun conversation, everyone. We went into personal stuff. And you know what? I will have to say though, I was actually listening in on John and Jerry's rambles. Oh man, Jonathan is like so like good to talk to if like you don't know anything about politics because he knows so much.
Yeah, I used to talk like politics and stuff with Jonathan, and he's fun to talk to, you know, even when it's not politics. And I gotta say, his impressions are so good, especially of Bernie Sanders. It's so funny.
Oh God, dude! So I have a friend. When I was at Votech back before this started, I have a friend. I have a friend who would do like these like impressions of people, like political people. Oh my God, it was so fucking funny.
Oh, I know. Like, if you can do an impression of a political person, you're automatically funny, in my opinion.
Wrong.
Austin.
Yeah. What up?
I actually did watch a little bit of the Accused movie on Netflix. Good fucking God.
I have not seen it, and I don't plan on seeing it. How bad was it?
Do not see it. It is literally like I have never seen like anything this bad. Like kids are like portrayed this horribly since like actually no this is the worst I've ever seen like kids portrayed in a movie. It is.
Also, I just want to inform everybody, if no one knows, that I have 69 subscribers.
Congratulations.
Haha, get it? 69. Haha.
69 dudes. It's epic, nice gamer number.
This is why I say I'm not funny.
I'm not. Yeah, Nandroid, I am not. Oh gosh, what in the world did I do? What the fuck?
Yeah, why? Like that's what I always say. Why?
Yeah, guys, it's just as bad as everyone says it is. I mean,
Listen, I warned
Jesus
everybody
Christ.
about this. I did an entire stream where I said, Netflix, how dare you? And I warned everybody, and maybe that was my fault because I called attention to it. But I would just like to first and foremost state that don't ever see this movie, cancel your Netflix membership immediately, and change your name because they'll probably the FBI will be showing up.
Some people go on like Rotten Tomatoes and all that, and they like review bomb it, and it's like 3% audience score right now, and it's like that 3% is scary next to that critics review of like an 85. It's like, I'm sorry, what?
How? What the fuck? How is it 85%? How?
Anyone who says it's a good movie,
makes...
you automatically know that they're a pedophile. Like, there's no ifs, ands, or buts. We got him, boys. Get Chris Hansen. Chris Hansen's job must be so easy nowadays. You don't need to hunt anyone down. You just need to show them this movie. If they say it's good, lock them up.
Pretty much. No, Cuties. That Cuties movie actually deserves a negative 100.
Yeah.
Out of 10. There you go.
The lowest of the low.
Man, I just like Chris Hansen in general. Like, I just love it when he goes, "Why don't you take a seat?"
he's a funny personality, dude. He's all the videos, dude, the memes and stuff too, are just so funny.
It
was beautiful.
When I was watching Cuties, I've never been so disgusted in my life.
Honestly.
Since like movie 43.
I saw one scene from Cuties on Instagram because it was someone talking about it, so they needed to show the video to have people understand why this is so bad. And my friend and I were just like, I'm sorry, what? That was greenlit? If I saw that, if somebody came to me with that script and I read that part of the scene, I would be like, yeah, sure, let me make this into a movie. Quickly dials 911. Hey, I found another one you can lock up.
I have no idea what the fuck they were thinking.
Can you, somebody out there, all right, they had a kid, a little girl, a child, and then they put them in this movie. Like, where are the parents of these girls?
That's my question too. Where are they?
They should be locked up too. Like,
yeah.
Okay. So where was I? Oh, yes. So, oh God. So we had a running joke because I was in a game design class at our Votech. This is kind of going back to Chris Hansen. So two of my friends in Visitron, who I had on the stream a couple times, and my other friend, so they were partners on a game, and they were going to do a Chris Hansen video game.
That would be great. I would play that. I would buy that.
Yeah, they're two funny guys.
Oh, and also your 69th subscriber was my best friend. He's like my twin brother, Ian. Shout out to you for being number 69.
Nice. Every time you say the number 69, you always got to go nice.
Yes.
I'm getting close to 69 subscribers too. Actually,
nice.
I'm just doing it right now. I just need like 7 more.
Yes. And then when you hit 69, we'll go nice.
Nice.
And oh my God, my fingernails, I swear. Like what? Why? Now I actually have a kind of like a philosophical question. Why do we have fingernails?
I guess like if you got an itch.
I mean, that is true, but there's also back scratchers that do it for us. I mean, this is like...
but evolution. We didn't have back scratchers 100 years ago.
That is true.
Oh, Ninjroid said, yeah, each filmmaker needs permission from the parents. Like, yeah, like the parents really agree to this? Oh boy.
And the studios did not like raise an eyebrow when they were being handed this idea. I mean,
yeah, right? Like,
none of them raised an eyebrow. Yeah, right.
It's just Disgusting. Very disgusting. And there were a bunch of celebrities. Like, I saw Tessa Thompson. She's literally in the Marvel movie. She plays Valkyrie. She was defending that movie. I'm like, okay, so we know what your views on stuff like this is. Because usually normal people see a little girl do all that in a movie, and their first instinct is, hey, where are their parents? Where are the cops? This is not okay. This is disgusting. Not well,
Yeah.
it's a work of art. It's not art. It's gross.
Fact. Bears eat beets. Get it? Reference from The Office, because identity theft is not a joke, Jim. People suffer from it every day. God, I love The Office so much. You know, The Office is the greatest thing ever made.
Oh, I've heard nothing but great stuff about that show.
Oh, it's so good. I mean, I know a lot of things don't age well, but my God, it's fucking phenomenal.
Yep.
And nothing beats it for me. Like, as soon as you see Michael Scott, I'm like, that's it. It's over.
Pick up the papers.
10 out of 10. Michael Scott, 10 out of 10. You know, everything The Office does is 10 out of 10. Let's just be fair here. Like, just the jokes are just so good. Like, I laugh all the time. Like, my favorite, like, The Office has so good episodes. Like, they beat everything. Like, the dinner party episode.
We watched a little bit of The Office in my psychology class because of when Dwight was doing that mint experiment with Dwight. Wait, what were their names? Shoot, I'm sorry, I don't watch The Office.
Dwight and Jim.
Yeah, Dwight and Jim. Dwight and Jim. Okay.
Yeah, Jim was giving him the mints.
Yeah, because we were learning about like stuff like that. And oh boy, my computer's battery would be out here.
Like Dwight was giving him the mints.
Yeah, with the computer being.
He's like, mint, and then Dwight's like,
what are you doing?
And Mike. And the pranks are so good too. Like, they're so like, they start off like very innocent, like the stapler and the Jello. Then then they're doing like the most complicated pranks ever, but yet it works. Like, then they're like stacking desks, and then he makes like a badge very big, and it's just so good. It's so good. I love it so much. It's the only thing I will ever praise for the rest of my life because it's so good.
Oh, shout out to my other friend. I'm just going to say her display name, Virgil's Forehead. I think she's watching. I don't know. So basically, yeah, she's probably watching Spree again. That's a good movie. It came out this year. I recommend it.
Spree.
Yeah.
Kind of sounds like the candy.
Oh, well, yeah, like, before the movie came out, my friend was trying to look it up and then got the candy instead. Thanks, Bing. Always use Google.
Interesting.
It's about this young man who wants to be internet famous, so he goes around killing people in his Uber car for views, but he only gets, like, 3 viewers, and they all think he's fake. So, it's very interesting. He they could tell, like, he based his character kind of off of if Elliot Rodgers was, like, bubbly, basically. But it's very funny. I gotta say, it is very funny. It stars Joe Keery. If you probably know him from Stranger Things as Steve Harrington.
Oh my God.
He's Sour. Very good. He's very good. Oh, it's good.
Sour's alive, everyone.
What's up, Sour?
My God.
Also,
what about Empire? Ooh, that's a good question. Office or the... You know what? No, The Office wins all the time. I don't care what it is. If it's The Office, I'm going to watch it over anything, anytime. Now, I think AngryCareBears has to go soon, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, and my computer's about to die, so that's fun.
So, how long do you have AngryCareBears?
I got a few minutes. Probably like 5, not gonna lie. My computer's
right.
11%.
So we'll give everybody a 5-minute time limit. So if anybody has anything you guys want to put in chat, it's like 5 minutes left. Sarah wants to know what film you're talking about.
Spree. It just came out this year.
Spree. Mike's like, don't get this kid started on joke here. You'll add another 7 hours to your podcast if that happens.
I hope Mike gets shot.
Joe Terry? Who's that? I have no idea who that is.
He's an actor. I'll just say that so I can save you some time.
Okay.
He's the guy from Stranger Things. You've probably seen him.
Oh, I
see.
see.
Steve.
Now, Sour has an important question. Do you like anime?
Depends on the anime. I mean, it's like saying, do you like cartoons, basically. It's like, well, it depends on the show. You know, there's a lot of animes I do watch and pretty good. So yeah, I guess.
And Andrew's like, does AngryCareBears like the Spider-Man movies?
Of course I do, and I love your Tobey Maguire Spider-Man profile picture. Respect. Tobey Maguire's my favorite.
AngryCareBears is my personal favorite, but to each their own.
I didn't hate him as Spider-Man. I just didn't like him as Peter Parker so much.
Yeah, fair enough. I do not like Tom Holland, though. Oh, gosh.
I kind of do, but, like, you know, I've seen better.
Tom Holland is better when the Russo brothers are handling
like
him.
He's not a bad Spider-Man. It's just in his personal films, he just seems like he's always getting his hand held.
Pretty much.
And that's not Spider-Man. Spider-Man does everything himself. That's his struggle.
Yeah, exactly.
He's just basically Iron Boy. Oh, and yes, Ninja said Death Note is fantastic, and I agree. I love that one.
Love Death Note.
It's so good.
That anime.
Oh, Death Note is great.
Mm-hmm.
It's one of the few animes I've watched.
It's really good.
Oh, it was so good. So I was like, I just finished The Promised Neverland, and now I'm excited for season 2.
Oh, that sounds familiar. I haven't seen it, though. I'd have to check it out.
I've never heard of it until now.
Yeah. It sounds familiar, but it might just because it does have a cool name, so.
And Andrew's like, yes, thank you, AngryCareBears, Toby for life. Do you want to see him with Garfield and Tom Holland together in MCU Spider-Man 3?
I would love to see them together. That would be cool.
Not necessarily in MCU Spider-Man 3 because a Spider-Verse movie, you have to like build up to it. You
exactly.
You can't just like do it like for like the next movie.
Unless it's like an end credit scene. It's an end credit scene that kind of like hints at it, and then like the next movie they build up to it, and it's like there's something going on. There's another me or something like that. Now that would be cool. And then the three of them work together. Like if they do an end credit scene that hints at it, I'll be pumped.
Oh yeah. That would be awesome. Best Batman movie and actor for AngryCareBears.
I haven't seen many of the Batman films other than like the Dark Knight trilogy. I don't have a definitive Batman favorite, but I'm not a very big fan of Ben Affleck as it. I don't think he's terrible. It's more the writing, but I'm just not a big fan of it. Robert Pattinson, not too sure on how I feel about it, but I guess he could make it work depending.
Robert Pattinson has actually improved a lot over the years, like from Twilight.
Oh yeah, he has. He was in Devil All the Time, and he was really good in that. He was excellent in The Lighthouse. The Lighthouse was a good film too.
Yeah, and Good Time. Good Time is a great film too.
I'll have to check that one out. I have not seen that one.
Sours.
So best Batman movie. Well, for me, it's either Batman Returns, Dark Knight Rises, or Batman Begins.
Yeah. I gotta rewatch those. It's been a long time, but I remember that they were really good.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, Dangerous comment.
Joe, we're all Batfleck fans here. Well, I mean, she gave a good point. I'm not gonna put her in the Joe.
It's more of the writing, in my opinion. Like, I feel like he could be a good Batman. It's just more of the writing, really.
Yeah, totally understandable.
And but you have to at least admit though that warehouse scene was awesome.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, yes.
And Andrew's like, who would be on your superhero Mount Rushmore? I asked EJ this already. And he said his list would be Tobey Maguire, Robert Downey Jr., Christopher Reeve, Michael Keaton, and Hugh Jackman.
Ooh, Tobey Maguire, I'm not gonna lie, probably, does it have to be, like, superheroes, or can it be the bad guys, too? Because I really like Heath Ledger's Joker.
Oh, we could totally be the bad guys also.
Yeah, I love the bad guys.
Totally.
Like, even, like, someone,
absolutely.
Leslie Snipes as Blade, for sure.
Oh my god, yes.
People forget about Blade. Blade is so good.
Robert
Downey Jr.
I would have said Tobey Maguire, but unfortunately, after Spider-Man 3, I'm not sure. I'm not sure anymore. Don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong. He's still a great Spider-Man. It's just Spider-Man 3 just like ruined it for me.
That's fair. I mean, Spider-Man 3 did also kind of ruin it for me because it's the worst Spider-Man movie.
Yeah.
And I know AngryCareBears, me and her always have.
Enjoy it. I still enjoy it. I don't know why.
There are still some things to enjoy in Spider-Man 3. I mean,
I personally, I don't even blame the director Sam Raimi because he had a completely different vision. It's all Sony.
It's Sony's fault, yeah.
Now, if it was I would say Jackman, RDJ. I gotta really think about this because this is actually a really hard question.
Yeah, because like I always feel like I'm gonna forget someone and be like, oh, I should have said that name on there. Like, yeah, definitely though. If, like, I'd have like Tobey Maguire, Robert Downey Jr., Leslie Snipes.
Sour says Spider-Man 3 is better than TASP2. What TASP?
Guys, I told you, do not put abbreviations when you try and comment. All right, we have a hard time reading like abbreviations.
TASP2. I've never heard of TASP2. I mean, I guess if I haven't heard of it.
Well, he means the Amazing Spider-Man 2.
Well, I mean, I kind of figured, but I was just trying to make a little joke because TASP.
Oh, Sour, if you were on my stream right now, I would just send you to the Shadow Realm right now. I would just send you to the Shadow Realm right now.
No, you're good, Sour. I don't hate The Amazing Spider-Man 2. It's just a very flawed movie.
I love Amazing Spider-Man 2. Oh, I guess she had to leave.
Yeah, her computer died. She texted me. Spider-Man 3 mistreated the majority of the characters. In Amazing Spider-Man 2, we have at least Emma Stone.
Exactly.
That is true. Hang on, I'm just gonna do this here. Let's see. And if you were doing villains, Jack Nicholson, Tom Hiddleston, Michael Fassbender, Alfred Molina, Willem Dafoe. Very nice. Really like that. If I was doing villains, Alfred Molina is definitely going to be in there.
Oh, yeah.
I got to really think about this, too, because this is, like, really hard, because there's a lot of people you can do. Maybe Heath Ledger? Maybe?
I got one. Josh Brolin as Thanos.
Ooh, yes. Great pick.
Yep.
Oh God.
And also, I'll say this: an underrated performance, Michael Clark Duncan as Kingpin. He was
Yes.
fantastic as Kingpin.
Oh, that dude. His Kingpin was so good.
Yep,
Dude, that Daredevil movie is really good too.
yep. For Lex Luthor, Michael Rosenbaum. Do I need to say any more? Michael Rosenbaum.
Of course.
Sorry, I don't know that. But do you like to hear a few things I can do?
Oh my gosh, I activated my Alexa.
Sorry, I don't know that. But do you like to hear a few things I can do?
No, it's fine, Alexa.
Let's see here. Ninja says Spider-Man 3, we didn't get the right Venom. In Amazing Spider-Man 2, once again, I'm gonna mention we have Emma Stone. You right?
Yeah, as a proper Gwen Stacy this time.
AngryCareBears' Mount Rushmore would be Toby, RDJ, Heath Ledger, Leslie, and Linda Carter.
Oh, great choices.
Yeah, very good choices. Possibly Joaquin Phoenix. Okay.
You know what? He
And
is gonna
Wesley
give
Snipes.
Joaquin Phoenix is gonna give Heath Ledger like a run for his money for like some of the best Jokers ever.
Yeah. Now, I want to get your opinion real quick. What are your thoughts on Joker getting a sequel?
Oh boy. I'll say this. If Joaquin Phoenix himself was like more open to doing sequels for the Joker movie, I would have said, yeah, sure, by all means, knock yourself out. But unfortunately, he's not all that interested in doing sequels, like in general, pretty much. And I don't think the Joker movie needs like a sequel because the whole intention of it was for it to be like a one-off. And if you actually do a sequel, it's not gonna have like the same. It's not gonna have the same magic that that the first Joker movie had.
That is also very true. Let's see here.
Sienna's in the chat.
Sienna's in the chat?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. What up? What's up? Hey, boys, what up? Huge simp for Gwen Stacy. If we're able to have this one,
right.
we are. Well, I mean, I'm more of a simp for Jim's mom, but, hey, to each their own.
Yeah.
Oh, Sauer's got an interesting Mount Rushmore. Jack Nicholson, Leonardo DiCaprio, Natalie Portman, Tom Hanks.
Yeah, definitely. Especially Natalie Portman's performance in Black Swan.
Yes. And Tom Hanks is Tom Hanks. Spider-Man 3, the butler didn't tell Harry till the very end about Norman's death. And Amazing Spider-Man 2, we have, again, Emma Stone. Got any other reasons they're an Android other than Emma Stone? I'm pretty sure we hit third.
Yes.
Shelley Duvall. Jack Nicholson, Tom Hiddleston. Haha, Nicholson Hiddleston. Ha. Look at me. I graduated the second grade. Michael Fassbender, Alfred Molina, Willem Dafoe, Michael Rosenbaum, Lex Luthor, Josh Brolin. Yeah. And she's like, I'm sorry, Jack Nicholson's Joker beats Ledger and Phoenix as comic book Joker. And, well, here's the thing. With comparing the Jokers, it's very hard because with Ledger and Nicholson, they're both in two different styles of movies.
Yeah, so it's hard to compare them, to be honest.
Yeah, I'll say this.
Because Joaquin Phoenix's Joker is way more of like a sympathetic a take on the character. Heath Ledger is all evil. So
I'll say this. If anybody said like one of those three, I would say like that I wouldn't argue that because I would agree.
Yeah.
This is a good question. Awesome. When's the next fanfic podcast going to be? I don't know. Actually, I have to figure out what my scheduling is going to be because I am planning to do my WWE 2K20 Universe mode because, haha, look at this. I need more content on the channel, even though I got shit ton of content already. So, Ninjoid's simplest. Jim's mom, Padme, Gwen Stacy. Well, I mean... Well, Padme, yes. As far as third person, it would be the twins from... the twins would be from Johnny Test. What's up, Deshaun?
How's it going, Deshaun?
Angry, I want to join in on the fanfic podcast. Yeah, it's usually
sure,
every...
anybody. Yeah, sure, anybody can join.
Yeah, it's every Thursday. It's pretty fun. Angela's like, okay, for actors, Arnold Schwarzenegger. Oh, love Arnold. Get to the chopper now. Oh, speaking of Arnold, so I saw one of his YouTube videos where he's like, "Put the cookie down, no!" I'm like, all right. I didn't have a cookie at the time, but I was like, I want to get one just so I could put it down.
Well, I see.
Tom Hanks, great choice. Tobey Maguire, Sylvester Stallone, love Sylvester Stallone. Oh, those Rocky movies, oh, they're so good. Even Creed. When I first heard of that Creed was coming out, I'm like, oh my god, this movie's gonna be bad, isn't it? But then the movie came out, and I'm like, oh my god, this is really good. And then like Creed 2 was even better because Rocky 4 is my favorite Rocky movie, and it had like Drago's son. I'm like, yes, okay, I'm down with this. No wonder Bling Bling Boy has such a huge crush on I have a huge crush on both of them. I'm not much one to fawn over actors or characters, but Monel, I'm thirsty. Interesting. I am very if we're going by TV characters, I do like Sarah.
Oh my gosh, Deshaun Wiggins comment. Jesus
Fun
Christ.
fact, Nicolas Cage almost played Doctor. What? I can't see that. I cannot see that.
And then it says, "Thank God that didn't happen." Well, no shit. Thank God it didn't happen. What the fuck?
What? Can we just like let's look at this here. If Nicolas Cage were to be Doctor Doom, it might have been the greatest thing I've ever seen because Nicolas Cage is low-key the best actor of all time just because of all the shit he's been in. And it's like he's so batshit insane. He's like so good. He's like the bees, not the bees.
Oh, I love Wicker Man.
Oh yeah, it's so good. Nicolas Cage is God.
But I do not see him as Doctor Doom. No chance.
Splash Talk is great. Everyone should check it out. Yes, Splash Talk is great. Oh, AngryCareBears says, I really like Joe Keery, Keanu Reeves, and Bruce Campbell for actors. I like it. Let's see here. Hottest cartoon character, not Jim's mom or Johnny Test's sisters. Ooh, that's a hard one, because, I don't know if
some option came possible. Oh, that's a great choice.
I don't know if this is considered a cartoon, but I would say Elsa.
Yeah, that's a cartoon. Yeah, Frozen is a cartoon, so it counts.
All right, so I'm going with Elsa because she's hot, and also I love Frozen. Don't at me. Andrew's like simplest. Winona Ryder, Christina Ricci. I'm saying that right? Mary Elizabeth Winstead, Emma Stone. They are fine. They are fire, but those are the first. They call it a sawzall because it saws all. You're right, Mike. Hottest for me is the Lich from Adventure Time.
I wish I liked Adventure Time, but did not do it for me.
AngryCareBears is handsome Squidward. I mean, she's not wrong.
I remember that episode. I remember it.
Yeah, and then he was like falling like a ballerina because I was like, my god, it's great. Cece's like, I still wonder to this day, what the fuck were the writers thinking for Batman and Robin to make Barbara/Batgirl Alfred's daughter instead of Commissioner Gordon's daughter, like in the comics and shit?
Oh my goodness.
That is a good that's a good point. I sometimes I overlook it because I have not watched Batman and Robin in a while.
You're goddamn right, Android, that Adventure Time is bad. Oh, it is bad.
Really?
I did not like it at all.
All right, so now I have to ask you a quick question. Do you prefer Adventure Time or Fanboy and Chum Chum?
Oh god damn it. Oh man, both are horrible.
I mean, I would say here's why I'm saying Adventure Time, because at least it's not like 3D animation where the 3D animation looks horrible. And at least it's colorful. Adventure Time.
Oh god.
At least it's easy to look at, whereas with Fanboy and Chum Chum, it's like very ugly.
Oh boy. You know what? Since you're comparing it to Fanboy and Chum Chum, I'm gonna go with Adventure Time. But I hate both with a passion.
April O'Neil from Ninja Turtles. If we're talking about the cartoon, which cartoon? That's actually, if we're talking about like the first original one, yes, absolutely.
Yeah. Andrew, you have to be just a little bit more specific.
Yeah. So, Sour's going on a rant.
Oh, I have a character that was like pretty attractive in a cartoon.
Ooh.
Azula from Avatar.
Yes. Fact. You are correct on that. Oh man. Ooh, who's another one that I would say? Raven from the original Teen Titans.
Yes, that too, and Starfire.
Yeah, I would say so. Yeah, but I prefer Raven. I don't know why. I'm just a Raven kind of guy.
Oh, Raven is a great character.
Oh, she's awesome. Andrew says Danny Phantom or Spectacular Spider-Man, two great cartoons.
Oh god, fuck, that is tough.
Man, everyone's got to always ask the hard questions.
Damn it. Oh.
They're both really good too. Can I just make the decision to not choose?
You know what? Okay, Spectacular Spider-Man, I love you. You're a fantastic show, but I have to go with Danny Phantom only because I grew up watching Danny Phantom a lot more than Spectacular Spider-Man. I didn't get into Spectacular Spider-Man until I was in high school, actually. But I love the show, like all the way.
Thundercats Roar or Noel Stevenson's She-Ra?
This one I have to look up.
Oh man, see, like
Yeah,
I love how we're
pretty
being
cool.
asked.
It's pretty cool. Let's see.
Sour's like Spectacular Spider-Man since I'm not a fan of Butch Hartman shows. Very interesting, Sour. Wait, who's the guy that did what? Did Butch Hartman do or Jimmy Neutron, or was that someone else?
Say that again?
Did Butch Hartman do Jimmy Neutron, or was that someone else?
Let's see. Jimmy Neutron creator. No, he didn't. No, Hartman did not do Jimmy Neutron. It was a guy. There's a guy named John A. Davis.
All right, that makes more sense because I was like, oh, wait a minute. Butch Hartman did, because they had the Jimmy and Timmy Power Hour. I must have gotten confused.
Oh yeah, yeah, probably.
Oh man, I love having streams like this where it's like we just talk about nothing, and then it's like and we have a pretty good chat as well. So I want to. I'm probably gonna. I don't know when I'm gonna end because I know I'm gonna probably go until maybe 2 hours. So I think maybe 2 hours. It's because that way we can at least get a bit of it's even at least, because if I ended at 145, it's like very odd.
Yeah.
Andrew says, in Fairly Odd Parents, my favorite character was Denzel Crocker. Of course.
Oh man, I remember how insane he was, how obsessed he was with fairies in that show.
Oh, I loved Mr. Crocker. Mr. Crocker is God. He goes, Fairly Odd Parents.
Yeah, he was hilarious in that show.
Like, I think one day I just found a compilation of freaking Denzel Crocker going, Fairly Odd Parents.
Well, I also like it when Denzel Crocker always emphasizes on the letter F when he was giving Timmy his fail grade.
It's like, F. Fairies. F is for Fairy Odd Parents. Or no, it's Fairy Godparents. I keep saying Fairy Odd Parents because of the name. Fairy Odd Parents.
Yeah.
Fairy Godparents. Fairy Odd Parents. My God, I love that. I really liked freaking that show. That show was so good.
The earlier seasons of Fairy Odd Parents were good, not the new ones. The new ones are pretty garbage.
Yeah, the newer ones are bad. I will agree with that. Like when they brought in Poof, I'm like, all right, they're running out of ideas. And then they brought in the dog, and I'm like, all right, this is getting stupid. And then they brought in the other girl, and I'm like, okay, I'm done. This is bad. Don't get me wrong, it was bad before then, but my God, it got worse. They ran out of ideas. Well, I don't even think Nickelodeon even cared about Fairly Odd Parents, now that I think about it, because SpongeBob was the only thing that was making them money. And they were just like, you know what, we'll just do whatever the hell we want. We don't care.
Yeah.
And the one thing I will say about Nickelodeon is that they have the best live action shows. In all fairness.
Oh, Ninja's here.
Yep.
Hello.
Hi, everyone.
I'm dying.
What's up, Ninja?
What's up, Austin? And what's up, PJ? For me, nothing much. I just got back from school, actually, believe it or not. So
how did that go?
it went all right. Just nothing much really. Like, we're doing a project in English class, which is taking forever. It's been so annoying. So,
Batman the Animated Series or Gargoyles? Batman the Animated Series all the way.
Yeah, I'm going Batman the Animated Series with this one.
Batman definitely. But yeah.
Just as long as it's not Batman Death in the Family on digital.
That and do you remember the 2013 cartoon?
What was that?
I don't remember. It was a 3D. It was like a 3D version of.
Was it called Beware the Batman?
Yeah.
Yeah, that show was trash.
Professor Pig was in it, I'm pretty sure, and all of that. I was like, this is not Batman. Seriously, Batman has tons of great cartoons, but he also has some trash ones.
Yep.
Yeah,
I was definitely not a fan of Batman Brave and the Bold, to be honest. That show just did not click for me.
I'll say this about Brave and the Bold. I watched it when I was growing up, and I'm like, all right. Back when I was a kid, I was like, all right, this show is kind of fire because you got all these other DC heroes, and he's teaming up with Superman, and I'm like, he's teaming up with Robin, and I'm like, all right, this is kind of cool. But like now that I'm a lot older, I'm like, yeah, this is kind of bad.
You know what's the one show though? And I know you guys can throw all the type of shit that you want at me for this, but Batman the Animated Series is actually not my favorite Batman cartoon. I know. Austin's gonna be like, what the
Fair
fuck?
Fair
But
enough.
guess what? Guess what's actually my favorite Batman cartoon? Alright? Just because I grew up with this and I kept on rewatching it and all of that. Okay, so it's, do you guys remember the cartoon known as the Batman?
From
It was
2004?
like, yes, 2004 to like 2007 or whatever. That cartoon, I love it. Now, sure, the design for Bruce Wayne, I will say you guys can nitpick the hell out of that because that design was so stiff and everything. But I mean, like, I liked the Joker from that a lot. I like that he was very crazy. Now, I'm not saying that he's better than Mark Hamill's Joker. Absolutely not. Mark Hamill was excellent at Joker. He was the best cartoon Joker. But I mean, like, story-wise, I more enjoyed that than some episodes from the original animated series. And that series has more of an impact for me than the animated series. That's
I would
just
like
me
to
personally.
say Batman Beyond beats every Batman show. Visually.
Batman Beyond, visually, yes. Yes,
Oh
it
yeah,
does.
Batman Beyond.
Story-wise, you can also argue about that. Story-wise also, because, oh my god. Like, here's the thing with the Batman cartoons. There are many good ones. Like, to me, the top three are the animated series, of course, the Batman, and Batman Beyond. All right? You guys can we can all just be like, yes, they are great shows. To me, the Batman is underrated because no one talks about that gosh darn show.
Yeah, no, I agree. It's underrated, but to me, compared to Batman the Animated Series, I feel like the writing with Batman the Animated Series is better. Like,
okay, yeah, okay.
And I'll give you some examples. The stuff with Mr. Freeze was absolutely fantastic.
Yes, I will agree with Mr. Freeze. Mr. Freeze was excellent in the cartoon, in the animated series. Absolutely.
But I will say, I did not like the animated series version of Bane, but that's because it kind of made him more of like I'd say more of like a mid character, like a mid villain, where he should have been more like a more intimidating villain.
I like that we got like villains in the Batman though, that some villains that we really did not know much about. Unless if you read the comics, read the comics like me and Austin. Like Firefly was there. You know, Clayface, there was a huge arc at the end of season 1, I remember. That Joker, I think, made Clayface, if I'm not mistaken, something like that. And stuff like that. I mean, like, I like the lesser known villains are actually having spotlight. And I know, and I'm glad that they didn't, that they did not pick villains like Eraser or Kite Man or Calendar. Well, no, Calendar Man was good in, shoot, what the heck was the comic book storyline? Austin, you mentioned it like yesterday or the day before. What the heck was that storyline?
Oh, what storyline was it?
I was just talking about Calendar Man. What was
the
storyline?
long Halloween?
Yeah, the long Halloween. Now, he was good in that, but I mean, like, in the earlier comics with Calendar Man, he was basically a joke.
Well, of course.
Until...
He's going to be called Calendar Man, of course.
I'm Calendar Man! Y'all, I can count the days of the weeks, the months, and everything. I know what year it is. I'm playing around, guys.
I know.
We're gonna go 7 more minutes because I'm gonna try and go to 2 hours because I also gotta grab dinner and I gotta get a drink. Maybe I'll even get ice cream on the way back. I want ice cream today.
Oh yeah, because Austin, are you ready for? Are you able to come on for tonight?
What's tonight?
We aren't streaming. We're doing EJ. Well, no, Zach wants us to watch a movie tonight, like a watch party with all of us. Like EJ's also gonna come on, and
can I get
Andrew
back
as
to you,
well.
Can I get back to you on that because because again today was kind of a interesting day in terms of work because I got like a massive project for
Okay. Well, that I know that you have a project, and I know that you're a busy man. We are all busy, but you're in college and everything, so I understand that you're busy. So just contact me on Discord, like we always do. We always chat on Discord, so just do that.
Yeah, and I got to do like a short story for it's like 700. I think it's like 750 words for like my short story that I got to do.
Well, that isn't that bad.
No, it's not bad. And then
I'm a great writer. I can write up to 1,000 in one day. Well, not one day, in like a class period. So,
Andrew says, "Ever heard of Iron Man Armored Adventures? It's Iron Man as a teenager fighting crime."
Wasn't that like the 2008 series?
I think so.
You know that like it looks like it's like an anime. It's almost like an anime. You know how they did the Blade anime? Like in the early
vaguely because I vaguely
2000s.
saw it.
Yeah, well, here's the thing. No one talks about the Silver Surfer cartoon at all.
Because it's trash.
It is trash. I'm gonna acknowledge it is trash. No, I will say I did like the design for the Silver Surfer, but here's the thing. They tried to combine 3D animation and also normal animation at the same exact time. That was bad in my opinion because guess what? You either stick to one or the other. You can't do both, in my opinion.
No, you can't. If you do it like that, it'll automatically. Well, actually, technically, Flapjack did it.
Yeah, they did, but
it can only work with like certain things.
Like you can't do it with Silver Surfer. Like
no, you can't.
Just expect Galactus. Oh yeah, Galactus is gonna be 3D, but all the other characters are gonna be normal 2D animation.
Like that's just weird.
Exactly.
And I was just like, oh god, what was I gonna say? Fuck, I lost my train of thought. What was I gonna say here? I was gonna say fuck. God, I'm losing my train of thought, everybody. I'm sorry. I'm distracted.
Oh, Deshaun Wiggins and your hot takes.
That is a very hot take.
No.
Wait, hang on. Let him explain.
I know. I'm not doing anything. I never.
I just think it's hilarious.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah,
I know, but let's just let him explain first before we give judgment. I'm basically like judge, jury, executioner. I'll basically be like.
And also
Iron
going
Man
back to Iron Man Armored Adventures. Yeah, I was looking at pictures of it to see if I do remember it, and I actually do remember it. I used to watch it back then as a kid, and it's just
it wasn't bad.
It's just that over the years I have like completely forgotten about it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And the show was actually okay too. It wasn't like a bad show.
It was pretty alright.
Yeah, it wasn't like bad. It was just just there. It doesn't really hurt anything. But
didn't it have like Punisher at one point? I'm pretty sure.
I think it might have. I haven't seen the show in a while.
Because I know, but maybe a cartoon movie I'm talking about because I remember there was like a cartoon movie which came out and Iron Man was there, Black Widow was also there, and they teamed up with the Punisher for this one thing. I forget why, but it was very vaguely.
I don't think it was like an Armored Adventures thing. It was more like a separate Marvel film.
Yeah. You know how like they did that Thor cartoon film in like 2011? I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, it was like
it's one of those films. It's almost like Planet Hulk, if you remember. Just a separate thing that's not even canon to anything. And yeah, so I'm just trying to make sure that there's no silent pauses.
Iron Man cartoon. Oh, the Iron Man cartoon in '94. It was good. I would say the '90s cartoons were good.
I
think
never actually seen that.
It's on
Neither
Disney
have
Plus.
I.
Wait, let me quickly check this out.
It
I'm
was
gonna have to
basically
check it out.
it was around the same time as when Spider-Man came out in '94.
Yeah, like here's the thing with the series. I know, like I mostly know all the original cartoons, and I did not even know that there was an Iron Man cartoon though. I'm gonna check that out then.
Yeah, Iron Man actually had like a crossover with the Hulk during those shows.
Ooh, okay then. Yeah, I'm gonna definitely have to check that out.
I think Hulkbuster made an appearance too, which is cool.
Yeah. That would make sense.
Dang, Andrew, you are literally playing my childhood strings right now. Oh my gosh, I was like these shows that I completely forgot about. You're like it's like
Avengers
it's
Confidential.
It's
Okay.
like getting flushed into my mind now.
Because I think that's on Disney Plus too. Avengers Confidential. I was just thinking of it.
Now, CC wants to know, also, Austin, how much do I have to bribe you to read a West Allen, Olicity, or Supercorp fanfic on the podcast? Well, first of
I'm gonna
all,
have to bribe him about. Well, okay, so there's 1, 2, and 3. So that would be $300 right there.
No,
Plus,
hey,
we need some tax, so we'll make it $350 right there. All right, $350 in total. Yes, we have just taxed you a lot of money. We have taxed you approximately 50 extra bucks. So
now, hang on a minute. Hang on. I'll here's what I'll say. West Allen, I'm never gonna read because I hate West Allen. I think it's a sham. I think it should be Snowberry. Hashtag Snowberry for life, everyone. Can we get like a hashtag in the chat? Hashtag Snowberry.
hashtag Snowberry.
And then Barry Allen, is that what you mean?
Yeah. I mean like Caitlyn and Barry. Yeah.
Oh, I actually do like that couple. Actually, yeah, they have really good chemistry.
I'm just gonna quickly say this: let's never read Kara and Barry fan fiction though ever again.
No, let's not. Please, let's not.
Or else we'll get
the last one was. No, hang on a minute. The last one was very wholesome, though. Come on, it was like family fun, and Barry adopts Kara, and come on, it was okay.
Now that one was fine. I'm talking about the first one,
which I will finish. By the way, I will finish. Because that fanfic, it gets interesting as it continues.
Oh dear. Okay.
Nothing inappropriate though. Nothing inappropriate. I've read more into it. Basically, Barry adopts another kid, or he adopts Jesse, and then he marries Caitlyn. It's like shit. It's a very messy one.
Well, then you know what? I will. Well, I'm always a member of Splash Talk, but I will always be there, and I'll read it with you.
Hashtag Spivot. Yes, but I also like Patty and Perry's relationship too, because West Allen's trash. Because I hate Iris. She's horrible. I hate her.
To me, Iris is not bad. I know that's gonna now tick off Austin. Austin, you can send me to the Jello now. So peace out.
Yeah, his ass is going in the Jello. I don't. No, there's no good talk about Iris here on this channel.
Surprise! I don't know what they got. Surprise! Okay, now I'm supposed to be gone. Okay, whatever. Now I'm back again. I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing with my hand. I don't know what I'm doing anymore.
You want to say that again about Iris there, Ninjoid?
Okay. Iris, I will acknowledge that she is a bad character at points.
At points?
But she's not a bad character throughout the entire.
Hell no, she's a horrible character.
Austin, Sienna is calling you out. She's calling you out right now in the chat.
So somebody didn't get married in that fic for No, whoa, hang on a minute. I did. When did I say this? Did I say this? When did I say this?
Wait, let me read it.
When did I say this?
You never said anything like that on any of the streams I've been in. No.
Not really, as far as I know.
And guess what? If you were on a stream with CC, guess what? I've seen all the streams with CC on it, so you never said that.
I remember that. Andrew's like, there was a Hulk cartoon in the 90s with Neil McDowell as Bruce Banner and Lou Ferrigno as Hulk.
I know. I've seen that one. Just never seen Iron Man.
Neil McDowell is so good.
Heck, I even seen the Silver Surfer cartoon. The entire show, all 13 episodes.
Makes sense.
Let me tell you, it's almost as trashy as Fan 4 Stick.
You said it. Oh wait, did I say it in the previous podcast? Oh well, then I must have. Yeah, no, they do get married. So yeah, I might have met. I don't know. I don't even know what I was thinking about back then.
I think the last episode of it, didn't like the chat not want to read the fan fiction. I don't remember.
Something like that.
Because I remember we were reading it. We even had the Thrilling Trio on. We had all of us. We had Sour, you had me, and we had Austin. We are the Thrilling Trio. We are the core 3 people of our little community and everything. And we had the Thrilling Trio on and everything. And Sour was doing his excellent impressions of a girl. And I mean excellent.
CC said it was the We Need to Talk video 2 weeks ago.
Oh yeah, that follow-up stream. Okay.
Now I remember.
Yeah. Now I remember. Now I remember that. Okay. Yeah, the one with Hanzo came on with Austin for a couple minutes.
Wait, hang on a minute. Anthony Starr as Reverse Flash. Who's Anthony Starr?
I never even heard of him.
Homelander in the Boys TV show, and honestly,
okay.
Honestly, no. Actually, I'll say this. Actually, Anthony Starr as a Reverse Flash would actually be typecasting. In my opinion, I actually think he'll be better Magneto, to be honest, than Reverse Flash.
That's also true. That's actually very well.
Either Magneto or Wolverine.
So if we were a Power Rangers team, Sour would be the Pink Ranger. Sounds about right.
Sour would be the Pink Ranger. EJ would be the Red Ranger. Well, no, that would be Austin.
Wait, I want to be the Green Ranger.
Okay, then you're the green. Okay, you're the Green Ranger. I guess I will be the red one.
No, hang on. I want to be the white one though. I changed my mind. I want to be the white Ranger.
You're gonna be the white one. I'm gonna be the red one. EJ is gonna be the blue one.
But it has to be the Mighty Morphin White Ranger though. Like it can't be any other white.
And then Sour's gonna be the pink one, just because Sour is Mr. Pink now.
Best Arrowverse villains of all time.
I hope. Also, guys, Sour is actually not in band today. So guess what? He's actually free. I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure he's actually free. So that's actually very well done because, Ryan, we're gonna possibly do a watch party then of Zach's thing. So yeah, Zach's request, not my request, not your request, and not Austin's request. Zach's request.
Best Arrowverse villains of all time.
Oh yeah, I'm the motherfucking Pink Ranger.
You goddamn right you are.
Fits me, since me, and the Pink Ranger both have big boobs. That was yesterday. Yeah, you were busy yesterday. And no, I have to do something later tonight. Oh, fudge you, Ryan. you break our hearts. You're never here at all.
You're going to the Shadow Realm, Ryan. There you go.
The game is next week. Yes, it is next week. That's why I thought you would be free tonight. But okay, sure, whatever. I don't care. I think none of us care. No, we truly do care, Ryan. It's just we want to spend more time with our fellow brothers, and you're one of us, and you're never here. You're never here.
Austinator's red. No, I said I wanted to be White Ranger though.
My favorite color is black, so.
EJ as Black Ranger, Nindroid as Pink. Oh, no, I'm not pink. Don't you dare say I'm pink. All right,
Wait,
Ryan
Deshaun,
has confirmed.
Shout around.
Can I be the
Deshaun,
White
shout
Ranger,
around.
please?
Yes,
Wait, can I?
You are gonna be the number one. I'm deeply depressed in Deshaun. Deeply displeased that he said I would be the Pink Ranger. Okay, because guess what? I'm not the Pink Ranger. I'm the Red Ranger. All right, Deshaun, you just replaced me instead with you placed me instead just so you would not be the Pink Ranger. You little
I can
bugger.
totally be
How
Black
dare you.
Ranger, like that
How
Blue
dare you?
Ranger.
Okay, we all know who's the real Pink Ranger, all right? And his name starts with an R, ends with a Kraus. or I'm gonna say this: the real Pink Ranger is a guy which is very sour, and also his name means sauerkraut. Which you would probably pour on hot dog, all right? So sauerkraut. Yeah, he's the almighty Pink Ranger, guys.
True.
I don't know. I was just trying to be creepy.
All right.
Ooh.
All right, peeps. We're gonna end it here because I do gotta grab some dinner. I'm gonna let everybody go around the panel, tell everybody where they can find you guys at. EJ, you can go first.
You guys can find me on my YouTube channel, also Facebook, Instagram, and also on Robert Storm's Discord server, Storm Nation.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Nindroid.
Okay. You guys can personally find me on my own YouTube channel, Nindroid243. Nindroid243. The channel is actually doing very well. We are actually possibly redoing Galactic Chat of this week tomorrow, if my people are having free time. I'm just going to say that right now. If Austin is free and if Ryan is free, if everyone's free, then yes, we are going to do a redo of Galactic Chat. Also, make sure that you come check out EJ's stream tomorrow. Also, make sure that you go subscribe to AngryCareBears because she's not here, so I'll put her in for Austin.
No, I have her in the description.
Yeah, I know, but I just want to put her in, like, go subscribe to her, you know. Also, you guys can find me on Twitter, I guess, and basically everywhere else. You know, I like hanging out with my brothers. I like talking some Star Wars, Marvel, DC, also films of all type of media. So make sure that you subscribe to everyone. Make sure you subscribe to EJ so he can get up to 69 subscribers, because we all know we want EJ to have that 69 position. Am I right, everyone? Also, make sure that you get this boy, the Austinator, up to his latest goal of 70 subs that he should have. But guess what? No random person has subscribed. We need one more subscriber for Austin. So make sure that you subscribe to Austin, because Austin is one of the best people that I have associated with. So make sure that you go subscribe to him. He is a great friend of mine. EJ, you are also a great friend of mine. So make sure that you go subscribe. Get Austin up to there because guess what? We don't want Austin to have the 69 position. We want
What?
EJ to have the 69 position because EJ is still a virgin. And that is all, everyone.
I mean,
With me.
yeah, sure. But yes, everybody, this is the Austinator here. Haha, the guy who talks straight facts, the guy who's supposedly funny. You guys can find me on my Twitter at the Austinator17 if you ever want to hit me up in my DMs, whatever that means. You can also find me on Discord at the Austinator, where I'm pretty reachable, I think. And you guys can find me on my channel, the Austinator. And look at this, guys. We got 69 subscribers. Nice. And now
That's to 70 so he can stop saying nice.
And I want to hit 70 subscribers because so that way I can stop saying nice every time I say 69. Nice. But yes, I am like 1 subscriber away from 70 subscribers. So if you have not subscribed to the channel yet, please subscribe, man. I got like shows per week. Also, WWE 2K20 Universe Mode is going to be debuting on the channel maybe tomorrow. So please go check out 2K20 Universe Mode. It's going to be fun. I love wrestling, so it's going to be a very interesting time. And that's what the news network's going to be, is basically a recap of the entire Universe Mode week, which is going to be fun, interesting. Just so check that out. And also, I have a show called Shadow Y, which is usually on Sundays. I don't know. It just depends on my scheduling. And I don't know what this next topic's going to be. Maybe it'll be top 10 best Spider-Man storylines. I don't know. I don't know what it's going to be, guys. The chat, don't question me, okay? I can already hear you doubting me in the chat, and I don't appreciate it. Now, and also I got a show called Splash Talk where I read fan fiction for a bit, and then we just talk about whatever. And I think the last time I did Splash Talk was pretty much a batshit crazy stream. Emma was talking about cramps, and then we started talking about Jell-O, and then like shit happened, chat. But maybe next week will be good. I mean, I don't know when I'm going to do it. And also, I maybe do other streams throughout the week, depending on if I really care enough. But yeah, guys, that's about it. So yeah, I would like to try to hit 70 subscribers because after that, I'm 30 away from 100. So please, for the love of God, subscribe to me, please. Please. I need subscribers, please.
Mm-hmm.
I need views. I'm desperate. Please.
Yes.
I will kiss you if you do not subscribe.
Okay, I'm gonna just make sure that you subscribe so we don't see any gay kisses from Austin.
All right, no, oh hell no, we're gonna put you in the trash compactor just for what you just said there.
You just
We don't use that language here on stream, sir.
well, you just took Nindroid's catchphrase, the trash compactor.
Oh well. Nah,
How dare you? You're
yeah, trash
You used
compactor.
Nindroid's catchphrase.
No, I went to the Jell-O, guys. I am correcting what Austin just said. No one says trash compactor besides me only. And if I give Austin and EJ and Sour and everyone else the rights to that. But guess what? You don't have the contract.
Hey,
on Google
Nindroid.
Docs.
Hey, Nindroid, real quick. I want to do something real quick.
Yeah, sure.
Just I'm just gonna put you in the trash compactor. There, now you know how it feels.
How it is on my stream, I just send people to the Shadow Realm.
Very nice. That's a good name for it. I just call mine the Jell-O and basically whoever I put in the Jell-O is basically staplers because that's what we put in Jell-O. And Nindroid, I don't like you putting up those fingers. I don't appreciate it.
I can understand why. But guess what? Sometimes in life, you just gotta show your rage and your anger.
Well, sometimes in life, I'm gonna end the stream. Well, this is Nindroid.
I don't know.
Am I gonna mute you?
No.
I would like to.
Okay, you can mute. Here, I'm actually gonna mute myself.
There you go. And now, everybody, I'm going to end the stream maybe, hopefully. This is the Austinator and everybody else. Also, please go subscribe. Oh yeah, also I gotta do Angry Care Bears this thing. Yes, go subscribe to Angry Care Bears if you like memes and all that stuff. And also, she sometimes does gameplay. Go check out her stuff. Anyway, this is the Austinator and everybody. Oh wait, actually she's almost to 400 subscribers, so please go subscribe to her. And yeah, that's about it, everybody. This is the Austinator and everybody else. Also, I just want to point out that I have a limited stock on toilet paper. So if anybody does not want to, if anybody needs to get it, please, for the love of, please just, please, you have to buy it ahead of time. And now, everybody, this is the Austinator. Also, I just wanted to point out that we're running out of nose spray. So I would just like to say here now that we are going to end it here. This is the Austinator. By the way, I just would like to point out that we are overstocked on Batman Death in the Family on digital. Now, if you please buy Batman. There's too much of this. All right, now this is the Austinator. Oh yeah, by the way, everybody, I would like to point out that Baby Yoda is Satan. This is the Austinator. Oh, by the way, I just would like to say that AngryCareBears said thanks. There's a bunch of coughing and anyway, this is the Austinator. By the way, we're still very overflowed with Rise of Skywalker Blu-rays. Please, for the love of God, just we're putting them out for free with the Rise of Skywalker DVDs. No one's buying them.
Yes, buy these. No, for free. Buy them.
No, don't buy them. Just get them for pirate it. Well, he's saying something. I don't know what he's saying. Well, we'll just put him in the trash after. There we go. Anyway, guys, this is the Austinator and everybody else, and he's still free. He's still doing it in chat. Here, let's mute his mic. Let's see what happens. Yeah, see, look at this. Yep, that makes total sense, man. Yeah, I 100% agree with you. Yep. Okay. Yeah. Sure. Yep. I 100% agree. Yep. 100% agree. Yeah, I understand that. I 100% agree with that. And what did you just call me? No, hell no. You're going trash compactor. AngryCareBears says no one wants to pirate it. You're right. No one wants to pay for it or pirate it. I mean, hey, damn, that's pretty big L.
That's a huge L.
Yeah. When he said, I
did not say anything. I wasn't saying anything. I was pretending I was rage, angry, and all that. Nope, I did not say anything. And I was like,
God, that went way too long.
Gonna keep on going? I mean, I'm all for it.
Well, everybody, this is the Austinator. By the way, everybody, I would just like to say to please pre-order. Actually, do not pre-order Gotham Knights. I want to be the first one to pre-order it, so please don't
go pre-order Gotham Knights. So yes, guess what? Austin won't ever get it ever again. He will never get it.
First of all, sir, I've been waiting for 8 years. I'm gonna find a way to play it.
Yeah, right.
What does that mean? You know what? Yeah, it's going back in the trash compactor.
Oh, yeah. Wait, you're still live? I was just cleaning the Rise of Skywalker Blu-ray because guess what? This movie is so special to me, and guess what?
Yeah,
no one else gives a fuck about it. So, it's my baby. So, you know what?
You know what? You can keep it.
Screw you guys.
You can have all the copies of Rise of Skywalker.
Oh, I have. Guess how many copies of the Rise of Skywalker I actually do have?
500,698 and 0.5.
No, I actually have 5. Plus the bonus.
Oh my gosh.
Plus the bonus features. Plus
Oh, the
bonus
bonus features. Ooh.
Oh, the bonus features is actually very well done.
Oh, the bonus features.
Like even some people that I know even said that they don't like the movie, but they love the bonus features.
Bonus features.
But guess what? We can all at least agree that we're excited for Mandalorian season 2. I have spoken. Oh, come on, Austin! Don't you dare become, you know what?
No, you're right. I'm excited for Mandalorian season 2. AngryCareBears says the Rise of Skywalker is just good firewood.
How dare you, Angry Care Bears? I mean, like, even EJ would not say that. I mean, like, EJ did go on a rant in the chat about episode 9 I seen, but guess what? To each their own, as always. But guess what? This movie is not right. After all, I bought this for $40, this steel case. So
$40. Oh God. Oh,
yeah, $40. Yeah,
Oh,
$40
God.
for it.
Oh,
40
oh.
bucks.
I just felt that in my stomach. Oh God, $40 for the Rise of Skywalker.
Well,
Ow.
I wanted the bonus features so badly, and guess what? I love the bonus features. Okay, but I will agree we should have got deleted scenes because guess what? We know what some deleted scenes are. The scenes that they cut out of Palpatine explaining how he came back, because they even filmed the scene where Kylo realizes that it's Camino tech that's keeping Palpatine alive and everything. He's like, you're a clone. More than a clone, less than a man. And Palpatine said, well, Ian McDermott even came out in an interview. He's like, yeah, I took that out because, I thought we did not need an explanation for Palpatine coming back. After all, we should just say one line, and that is, the dark side of the Force is a pathway to many abilities some may consider to be unnatural. Just so then people would infer, yeah, he cheated death.
Also, we have AFK Bard here in the chat. What is up, AFK?
Hey, AFK.
And that will be it, guys. This is the Austinator here. By the way,
oh dear God, this is never gonna end.
You're gonna get my going, aren't you?
All right, let's talk about
We might as well go 7 hours.
Spider-Man, shall we?
this is the
everyone?
Austinator signing out.